Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. In today's tutorial, I'm going to demonstrate how to create a dummy variable from a continuous variable. So the definition of a dummy variable is that it is coded as either 1 or 0. So that means all the values of that variable must either be 0 or 1. So that's why it's a binary or dummy variable. So now the variable I'm going to work on is called GDP CC, which is GDP per capita, which is basically the per capita income, you can say, at the for each country. So I have prepared my do file for this. So where we have saved all the commands for what to do now in this tutorial. So first I'm going to click on summarize command on GDPC, which summarizes the basic descriptive statistics. So run the execution and it gives you the basic statistics of this variable. So this is the observations, mean. So the average income worldwide is about $14,000 per person, which is per capita, and then the minimum is $375 only. So in the data set there's a country which has $375 income per capita, which is really very low, and that country must be very poor. However, if you can see this maximum value, it is over 100,000, indicating that this country must be very rich. So this data or on this variable actually varies very widely. So what we are really interested is to create two categories instead of this continuous values of this variable. So what we are going to do is to create high income and low income, these two categories, so that we can compare how high-income countries in comparison to low-income countries are performing on various social, economic, and political indicators in the data set that we have. So in order to do so, we go to sum GDP CC detail. So we are telling Stata to summarize this variable with an option called detail. So it's going to give you, after comma you write detail. It's going to give you a lot more statistics, and we're interested in that as well, because as you can see, we have now percentile, like at the 50th percentile, there are like about $5,000 per capita income, but this is still a low income level. So we are maybe 75 percentile, which is about $16,000 per capita income. Could be defined in a rich country, maybe not, but it's kind of arbitrary. So you may depend on your theoretical reasoning and the theoretical justification for how you define what is a high income country or what is a low income country. So for this demonstration, we're going to take 16,000 value, which is about the 75th percentile, to be the threshold over which is the rich country and under which is the poor country or low income country. So that's why we need the detailed statistics, so in order to understand the distribution of this variable at different percentiles. So let's go back to the do file, and now we are going to generate a very new variable called high income. So we tell Stata to gen, which is generate. In short, it is gen. In high income, we are naming it high income variable, equal dot. So dot means missing data, so you'll see all nulls or dots in this variable. So we are just creating this variable without any real values. So run the execution and let's see what happens. Go to the data editor view, and you'll see a variable called high income as we have created here. However, there has been no real value in this variable, all the dots here. So we are going to replace these dots with real values. So if you look at this command, it says replace high income, this name of the variable, equals 0 if GDP CC, the income is equal to or greater than, less than 16,000. So if it is less than 16,000 or equal to it, that country would be low income country. Okay, so and also we are commanding Stata to handle the missing data, saying that okay, so replace high income countries with 0 if missing data and GDP-CC is greater than or is less than or equal to 16,000. So same goes for these. So I'll come back to it. So now select this command and execute the selection. So now what happens is this: you can go to the data editor view and go all the way to here and see that there has been a lot of zeros replaced in place of these nulls, but there are still a lot of nulls as well. So we have to so these nulls are basically the rich countries because they have over 16,000 income, $16,000 income. So now you select this command and you're saying replace high income equals 1 if missing data and GDP-CC is greater than $16,000, right? So that will be defined as high income country. So run the command and see what changes have been made in your data editor view in your interface. So now you can see there's no null values. All the observations either fall into 1 or 0. That means either rich country or low income country. Okay, so now you can tabulate it, which is tab command, and run the execution, and you can see that 665 observation fall into this. These are not the countries because it's a time series data, so we have data over multiple times. So these countries and observation go to and it makes sense that 0, which is basically the low income country, and 1 is high income country. So high income countries is lower in number, and we all know that, so which makes sense. So now we go back to, but this is unclear. I mean, which one is which, right? So 0 means what? 1 means what? We don't define it. So now we are gonna define it from our do file. So I have already that command ready. So this command, so level variable high income. So you are defining that this level high income means 1 and low income means 0. So run this command again, and now if you tab it again, you will see this levels. Now these notes have been put in this output, high income 1 versus low income 0. So now you know which one is 1, which one is what. Okay, so this is how you create a dummy variable using these commands. And for this demonstration, one of the uses of the dummy variables is to compare in your exploratory statistical inquiry. So now I will compare this with another variable like high income tab and high democ. So which is basically high democ means, so there are two categories in this variable. One is low democracy and high democracy. So when we assume that the countries that have higher levels of income should have higher levels of democracy, all right? So let's see if that's the case in our statistical inquiry. Okay, so you see this is high income versus low income. Low income is 0, high income is 1. This is high democracy, which is 1, and low democracy, which is 0. Now, if you look at the high income country, so and high democracy, a lot of high income countries fall into this high democracy, right? And only low democracy, which is this one, not a lot of numbers of low democracy fall into a high income category. So from this statistical inquiry, like if you cross tab it like this, and you can also do further with additional inquiry. But for this demonstration, so you can know this is statistical inquiry in this exploratory kind of statistics, which is one of the uses of creating a dummy variable. But there are many other ways you can use dummy variable. So that's all for now, and I hope this video is helpful. Please subscribe to my channel if you find it helpful. Thanks for watching.